and welcome to day 20 of Move the Mind. We're going to be moving through a slightly slower hatha-based flow today. Keep 2 blocks handy if you need, and maybe a strap nearby too. We're going to begin lying down on our backs. Soles of the feet to the ground, and imprinting all of the spine onto the ground. Hands come either side of the body, rolling the shoulders down and away from the ears, and just rolling the shoulder blades underneath the body so the chest is open. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more like this, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Finding your place onto the mat. Then coming to your feet, lifting the balls of the feet away from the ground so that the heels are grounded into the mat. Pressing the arms down into the mat. Inhale, navel to spine, imprinting all of the spine onto the ground as you start to lift your hips up. Finding a bridge lift. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering the hips down, but not letting them touch the floor. So inhale, rising just as much as you can. You don't have to come up super high here. Just coming through some half bridge pulses. So staying with your breath. I'm going to do about 10 here. Let's start feeling this more in your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering all the way back down, bringing the feet down to the ground. So really just starting to activate through the back body. Finding that imprinting sensation onto the ground, so all of your back is pressing into the earth. Feet are down. Inhale, peeling your way back up to find your bridge, maybe walking the shoulder blades under slightly more when you're here. Then you can either stay here or engaging your core, navel to spine. Inhale, bringing the right knee in towards the chest. Leg can stay here, or maybe finding that extension in the leg, but keeping the hips lifted, keeping navel in, really pressing that left foot into the ground. Both arms are pressing equally into the ground. Inhale. Exhale, lowering right leg, finding the stability of that right foot onto the ground. As inhale, navel to spine, left knee lifts, maybe left leg extends. Keep the hips balanced, so notice if that left hip is dropping down, you want to keep the hips square. Do not move your head here, so keeping the neck safe, pushing into that grounded foot. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale here, reaching the knee up higher, reaching the toes up higher. Exhale, placing left foot back down onto the ground and lowering the back all the way down. Taking a pause, taking a reset. And inhale, keeping the arms onto the ground, lifting the hips up to the sky. Exhale, lowering about halfway down. Inhale to pulse up. So just gently waking up and activating all the way through the back body. Just finding these pulses. Working into the glutes and the legs here as well. Stay with your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down to the mat. Hugging knees into the chest. Maybe just taking a gentle rock from side to side. And whichever way you please, either rolling over to one side or rocking and rolling up the length of the spine. Making your way into your downward facing dog. Keeping a deep bend in the knees here if you need. Maybe pedaling through one foot, maybe pedaling through the other. Finding your space, finding your place in this first Adho Mukha Svanasana of the day. Finding that stability, that grounding through the hands and the feet. Keeping shoulders down away from the ears and really finding that space in the upper back, broadening through the upper back, like you're spreading your shoulder blades apart. Finding that extension of the spine all the way up to the tailbone. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, high onto the ball of the left toes as you step right foot up in between the hands, lowering left knee down. Inhale, both arms come up, finding a low lunge. Exhale, bringing the hands behind the head, so interlacing the hands behind the head. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, taking a side bend over the right. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale to take the twist, so twisting over that right leg. Inhale, centre. Exhale, crunch to the side. Inhale, centre. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, centre. Exhale, crunch to the side, bringing the elbow down. Inhale, centre. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to centre. Releasing the hands. Bringing the palms back down to the floor, stepping right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. High on the ball of the right toes, bringing left knee to the nose, left foot in between the palms, lowering right knee down. Inhale, bringing both arms up, hands interlacing behind the head, and making sure the elbows are wide here, so you shouldn't be able to see your elbows. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch, left elbow down towards the floor. Inhale, centre. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, centre. Exhale, crunch to the left. Inhale, centre. Exhale, twist to the left. Exhale, centre. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch to the left. Inhale, centre. Twist to the left. Exhale, centre. Exhale to release the hands, turning the right toes, so you're coming onto that kickstand, so right toes are coming to the left. Straightening the left leg out, left toes point up to the ceiling. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, bringing the left hand down, the left leg, gaze goes up towards the right hand. Inhale. Exhale, coming back up, planting right hand down as left foot comes parallel to the back outer edge of the mat. Inhale, left arm lifts, finding a supported side plank here. Gaze towards the top thumbs, finding that length, that extension all down the left side body. Inhale. Exhale, bringing left hand to the floor as you come down onto your right forearm, so your right forearm is parallel to the top edge of the mat, stepping right foot back to meet left, finding a side forearm side plank. You can bring that right knee down if you need to. Inhaling, the left arm lifts. Then either staying here or maybe bringing hand to the hip, coming through some pulses. So inhale to low, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering the hips all the way down to the ground. Pushing yourself up, turning to face the top of the mat, both legs long. Then inhale, bringing the left foot in towards the body, and you want about 2 fists distance between that foot and the leg, keeping the right leg really strong, long and engaged, right toes pointing up towards the sky. Bringing the right hand to the outside of the right hip, inhaling, left arm lifts. Exhale, lean forward as far as you can, thumb pointing up, keeping the sitting bones grounded. Exhale, turn the thumb down towards the ground, taking the left arm around the left knee. And how far can you go with that left hand? Maybe you can take the bind with the right hand. You can also take a strap here, so if you're super far away, or take hold of the back of your shirt. But wherever you are, keeping that right leg super strong, super engaged, toes flexed, toes flexed, feet flexed. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, starting to hinge and fold from the waist here. Gaze can either be at your toes or at your shins. Really pushing that left foot into the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to release. Planting the hands and stepping back to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, stepping right foot through, lowering left knee down, walking yourself up, finding that low lunge, then turning the left toes out in that kickstand to the right edge of the mat. Right leg goes long on the mat, right toes pointing up to the sky. Inhaling, left arm lifts. Exhale, taking that side bend over the right leg. Keeping the ribcage spiraling up towards the ceiling, maybe gaze goes up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, using your core to come back up, bringing left hand down to the left, right foot lowers to the right outer edge of the mat so it's parallel. Inhaling, right fingers up towards the sky, finding your supported side plank. Inhale, still spiraling that rib cage open, finding that opening through the chest. And exhale. Inhale, bringing that right hand down to the mat, lowering the left forearm so it's parallel to the top of the mat, stepping left foot back to meet right. You can keep a knee down here. Finding your forearm side plank. And we're going to come through those dips again, so keeping the core super engaged, just gently lowering, not all the way down, and then coming back up, using your core to bring you back up, really working into the side body here. So just gentle pulses, halfway down and then coming back up. You've already done 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering all the way down to the mat. Walking yourself up, coming back to our Dandasana, that seated position. So coming into that L shape with the body. Keeping feet flexed, spine is long, rooting the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bringing that right leg in towards the body. Right foot is planted. Left foot, it's like you're standing up against a wall. Those feet are flexed. That leg is strong and engaged, so we're not relaxing through this foot. Keeping things tight. Bringing left hand to the left hip. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, bringing that right fingertips as far away as you can first. So really get that reach going. Then turn the thumb down on the exhale, wrapping the hand around the back of the body, around that right leg. Maybe taking hold of the fingertips, maybe taking hold of the wrist of the left hand. Finding that stability in your sitting bones, finding that strength in your feet. Inhale, opening up through the chest. Exhale, starting to hinge and fold. You might be able to get your forehead to your shin here. You might not, I definitely can't. But finding that length and extension through the spine, that opening through the chest. Maybe you have hold of a strap here. If the hands are super far away, maybe you're just taking hold of the back of your shirt. Keeping sitting bones grounded. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to release. Crossing over the ankles and stepping back into downward facing dog. Finding that reset, finding that stillness, finding your pose. Or coming to a child's pose if that feels better for you today. But how much length can you find in your downward facing dog? Can you be really aware of the sides of your body and finding more length there? Inhale and exhale. If you're in child's pose, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, the right leg lifts. Exhale, stepping right foot up in between the palms, lowering the left knee. Inhale, arms come up, finding that low lunge. Then taking the hands behind the back, interlacing hands behind the back. This time bringing the elbows in tight so that you can see them in your peripheral vision, so out the corners of your eye. Keeping the rib cage tucked in. Inhale, how high can you lift your elbows? How much length can you find in your spine and your side waist? Inhale, keeping shoulders down away from the ears. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bringing both hands to the mat, stepping back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhaling, the left leg lifts. Exhale, high onto the ball of that right foot, bringing left knee to the nose. Stepping left foot in between the palms, lowering right knee down. Inhale, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, taking the interlace of the hands behind the back of the head, not the back. Bringing the elbows in towards each other so you can really see them in your field of vision. I quite like to bring my thumbs down my neck just to support my neck more. Keeping navel in towards the spine. Inhale, how tall and long can you grow in your spine? Really lifting the elbows up and away from the body. Inhale, so not yanking your head, but aiming to lift your elbows up, shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, bringing both hands down to the mat, stepping back, downward facing dog. And coming onto the inside edge of the left foot, outside edge of the right foot, bending the knees and really pushing into the hands, finding more space down the left side of the body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming back through downward dog to turn to the other side. So outside edge of the left foot, inside edge of the right foot. Bending the knees and sending the hips back, navel to spine. Really pushing into the hands, finding this lovely stretch all down the right side of the body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming back into centre. Exhale here. Inhale, the right leg lifts. High on the ball of the left foot, right knee comes to nose, right knee plants in between the hands. Inhale, sweeping both arms up, finding your crescent lunge. Just walking those right toes out to the right slightly, finding more space for the hips. High on the ball of the left foot, deep bend into that right knee. Inhale, interlocking the thumbs, bringing arms up. Inhale to extend. Exhale, sending the thumbs over to the right, so finding that stretch down the left side of the body. Hello, left hip flexor. Shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, keeping that stability in the hips, the strength in the legs. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, coming back through center, releasing the hands. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bending into that left knee, but hovering it off the floor. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lower. Exhale, extend. Inhale. And dip. One more time, lowering that knee towards the earth. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing left knee all the way down to the earth. Keeping the toes tucked or untucking the toes if you wish. Bringing the hands through prayer. Crossing the left elbow to the middle of the right thigh. I'm actually going to keep my toes tucked. I like the stability it gives me. Pressing the right hand down into the left and really using the traction of the elbow on your right leg to open your chest up towards the right side of the room. Gaze goes up above that left elbow. Maybe gaze goes up to the sky. Stay with your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now you can stay here or lifting that left leg away from the floor. If the left leg is away from the floor, left knee is away from the floor, make sure you're high on the ball of that left foot. So it's almost like you're launching yourself forward, finding that diagonal, not dumping the torso into the right hand, into the right leg, keeping strong and supported through the core. Inhale. Exhale, bringing both hands to the mat, stepping back, downward facing dog. Rebalancing, recentering the different sides of the body. Noticing the different polarities of the body. Finding that length, that extension through the spine. That place to reset. Inhale, the left leg lifts. High on the ball of the right foot as you curl into that ball, using the core to bring the knee in towards the nose, and then stepping left foot up in between the palms. Inhale, bringing arms up. Maybe just walking the left toes out towards the left. High on the ball of that back foot, finding that stability and strength in your stable foundations. Then interlocking the hands, inhale, arms come up, but not so much that you're flaring through the ribs. So that point at which you can keep the ribs stable. So if you're up above the head, but you're arching through the back, we bring it back down. Inhale here. Exhale, bringing the thumbs over towards the left side of the body. Inhale, finding that strength, that length, all down the right side of the body. Exhale. Inhale, gazes forward, maybe gaze lifts. Exhale. Inhale, coming back into centre, releasing the interlace. Getting ready for those right knee pulses. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowering the knee to hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower for 2. Coming up, keeping your stability, maybe keeping your focus on a point directly in front. We've got 2 more here. 4, 5, and hold that bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering right knee all the way down to the mat. Bringing hands into prayer and bringing the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Bringing the hands into prayer, so pushing that left hand down into the right hand and using that motion to help find more of a rotation. So your chest is going out towards the left side of the mat. Maybe your gaze lifts up towards the ceiling, looking up and over that left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. You can stay here or lifting that right knee away from the mat, but staying high on the ball of that back foot, allowing that motion, that strength, to help you find more of a twist. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here, finding that strength in the legs. Exhale, bringing hands down to the mat, stepping left foot back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hello length, hello extension. Coming high onto the balls of the feet, deep bend in the knees, stepping up between the palms to bring your seat down to the heels and lying all the way down to the mat. We're going to come through a few rounds of bridge and or wheel. If you do want to take a restorative option, this is probably one of my favourite poses in all of yoga. You can bring the brick either underneath the sacrum, and there's different settings here, so you can work out which one works for you, which one works for your back. But this, I mean, you could just sit here all day, it's just dreamy. But if you do want to come through into an unsupported bridge, like we did when we began, so almost tickling the backs of the feet with the fingertips, imprinting all of the back onto the floor. Inhale, lifting the lower back, the middle back and the upper back away from the mat. Walking the shoulder blades under. Option to stay here or maybe interlace the hands underneath the back. Do not do the interlace if you'll find that you're bending the elbows. You're much better off bringing the arms in line with the body. So if the interlace means your arms are straight, you're rolling the shoulders under and it's helping you lift your hips up, then great. If it's doing you a disservice and you're just kind of floppy in the arms, bring them either side and stay strong. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down to the mat. Second round, you can either take this variation again, or if you do want to come up into wheel, I will show you how. So bringing the hands behind the shoulders, so the fingertips are pointing towards the shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, then coming up as if you're coming into bridge, pushing into the hands, coming to the top of the head first. Maybe you walk the fingertips further in towards the body. Inhale, pushing yourself all the way up to find your wheel. Gaze goes down between the fingertips, maybe coming up onto the balls of the feet, maybe walking the feet in closer towards the hands. But really pushing with your hands, bringing the chest through the arms. Inhale. And exhale when you're ready. Lowering out as we came in. We're going to come through one more round of that, so either taking bridge once more or coming back to your wheel. There is a third option. If you do want some more support coming into wheel, you can pop the bricks, if you have them, to the skirting board on a wall. You want to bring your shoulders in line with the bricks, then holding on to the bricks, pushing the bricks into the wall, rooting in with the ground, with your feet into the ground, And once again, coming up like you're coming into bridge. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pushing into the bricks, into the wall to help yourself up. It's quite a nice way of getting into bridge. Maybe starting to walk the feet back, bringing your chest towards the wall. And exhale, lower. Staying in your bridge or your wheel for 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, coming all the way down to the mat. Bringing the feet as wide as the mat and bringing the knees in towards each other. Just letting the nervous system calm down. Hugging knees into the chest. Allowing that left leg to go long along the mat. Right arm out to the right. Just guiding right knee across as gaze goes out over right fingertips. Inhale, coming back into centre, extending right leg long as you guide that left knee across the chest, left arm out to the left. Now, wheel is a tricky one. It can take a long time to get there, so if you didn't make it out, don't worry about it. You're still building that strength. Everything you need is in that bridge posture. If you're still on restorative bridge, I don't blame you if you want to stay there for the rest of the day. I mean, that's a great day. But otherwise, bringing your knees in towards the chest, taking one more deep breath in and squeezing everything in to a tiny, tiny ball, tiny, tiny ball. And then releasing down to find your Shavasana, bringing feet to the outer edges of the mat, rolling the palms up towards the sky. Letting the shoulders come underneath the body, opening up through the chest. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more like this, in through the nose, let, and out through the mouth. Go. And giving yourself permission to stay here for as long as you want. We've worked a lot of different planes of the body today, lots of side body work, lots of back body work. But I will leave you here. So thank you for showing up today, thank you for your energy today, thank you for your practice today. And I'll see you next time on the mat. Namaste.